Hi and welcome. In today's video I would like to show you the different ways of copying files inside of Inventor, how to copy parts, assemblies and their drawings too, what are the standard ways of copying files. I'm not talking here about using any collaboration system like Vault. I'm talking here about the standard ways inside of Inventor of copying files. At the end of this video I will show you a very useful tool that might help you get the process much easier. So for this presentation I have prepared some test assemblies, and I think the best way is to start with files that doesn't have any drawings or it's not referencing any drawings. For example, we can take the sheet metal part here, for example, and start making a copy of it. At the first, let's check if it's referencing any drawing. This can be done using open drawing command. It doesn't have any drawing attached to it. So first of all, let's make a copy of it. So we will go to save as. We have two choices: save as and save copy as. Save as is you copy the file in a different name in the default format. So in this file is a part, so you will copy it to another part and it will close the current one. As you can see, it opened the newly created one. Save copy as, you copy the content of this file in another file. As you can see here, it doesn't close the current one. For now, don't think much about it. Just the most used one is save as, and what about drawings? Well, this sheet metal doesn't have any drawing, so I have created a tool that creates drawings automatically, and now we have a drawing for it. Let's just save it. Please make sure that once you have a drawing, it's in the same folder of the part. It's not a must, but it's way easier for Inventor to find the drawing. And yeah, as you can see, so let's try to make a copy of this part and its drawing. So yeah, let's repeat it again. We will go to File, Save As, and we'll change the name, just let's say C2 for copy 2. Yeah, now we have a copy of the second part. Let's try to do the same thing for the drawing. Here, please make sure that the file name is the same as the part name. As the drawing have the same name as the referencing part or model. So once you click here on open drawing, it's opened it, but as you can see, it's still referencing the first part. You can see it here in the front view, and also if you check the manage tab, the replace model reference, here you can see which model is your drawing referencing. So we're still referencing the old one. To make it more obvious, let's just change the length of the part here, and as you can see, it doesn't make any change in the drawing. So this is how to reference another part. So we have to go to replace model and choose the other part, the newly created one, and update it. Yes, as you can see, it's updated its length. So yeah, if you are copying drawings manually, please make sure that you are always referencing the right file, otherwise you might get some problems. Yeah, and the same thing works exactly for assemblies. Regarding assemblies, there are some pointers that I wanted to share with you. The first of them is replacing components inside of an assembly. There are two different commands for that. The first one is replace, and the second one is replace all. What is the difference? Let's make two components of this file, and yeah, the replace command is you are replacing only one component. So for example, this is the copy one, C1. As you can see, it replaced only the first one. Let's undo this. Once you select replace all, as you can see here, it selected both of the components, and it will replace both of them too. Yeah, now let's cover how to copy the drawings of an assembly, how to copy an assembly and its drawing. This assembly doesn't have any drawing referencing to it, so let's just use our tool, automatic drawing creator, to create a quickly drawings for it. Yeah, now it's done. Actually, the first sheet was enough for this tutorial, but it's okay. So let's save the drawing and make sure it has the same name as the referencing assembly. So that's much easier for Inventor to find its drawing if you are working manually without any collaboration systems. So now let's try to make a copy of the assembly and its drawing. So the same thing we have done with parts, we do the same thing with assembly. So we change the name to C1, copy one, and if you check a drawing, open drawing, it doesn't reference any drawing. So open the old assembly drawing, save as, and make sure you have the same name, the file name of the referencing assembly. So now we are not done yet. We have to replace the model again. So as you can see, the process is not there are many steps you have to take care of. So there are also some ways of errors here, so please make sure you are always referencing the right documents. For this example, if you have many sheets inside of one drawing, you can check that by, for example, the first view. As you can see here, it's referencing the test assembly C1. Yeah, now it's done. Yeah, that's how you copy files and their drawings inside of Inventor manually without any collaboration system. Autodesk has also created a tool called iLogic Design Copy that helps you to copy files inside of Inventor. But this tool has only one disadvantage, in my opinion. You have to close all the documents before copying any files. That means if you are working on some assemblies or you are working on some documents, you have to close all of them so that you can make a copy and return back once you are done. So I hope this can work also without closing any files. Let's just make a quick test on this tool. I won't cover it in details, just show you how you can use it. So you can select a part, for example, and you can also select its drawing. This part is not referencing any drawing, so let's select another one that has a drawing, and now you click just next. The next step is you will have to select the output path. This is where the file will be saved. For this one I will use the source project. You can search for names and replace them, for example here, and you can also add prefix and suffix. What is prefix and suffix? Prefix is you add some content before the file name. Suffix is you add some content at the end of the file name. Yeah, let's just give it a try here. So we will add some prefix and also some suffix, and you can check it updates the names, so you can see how your files will look like at the end. And let's add also some suffix, so it will show, and it updates it. So as I said, it's a very useful tool. It's awesome. And if you are working with many documents, for example, you want to copy a whole assembly and its drawings, so you can use this tool. It will help you. Now let's just wait until it's done. Now it's done. Let's just click close, and yeah, we have our newly created files, or the copy, under the test folder. I will just copy the files from there to the top folder here, so we can see it here too. Then the next step, I will show you how to copy an assembly and all the components inside of it. That means all the parts inside of the assembly will be copied, and also at the end we will copy the referencing drawing of the assembly too. So we will go again to iLogic Design Copy, and we will go to assembly section, and then select our assembly. So here's our assembly. Let's just find it, and once you select it, it will automatically select the subcomponents of this assembly. So yeah, and now we have to check the drawing, then go to step 2, next, and again you have to select output folder, and also I will go with use source folder, but in this case I will have to change the names, otherwise I might get some problems inside of my workspace. And just start. In this case, iLogic Design Copy will go through the files that you have selected. For example, here it started with the drawings. It will copy the drawing, assembly, and it will go through each component and create a copy of it. And there is a lot of work is being now done. Yeah, and now it's done. Let's just check it. Here, yeah, it's under test folder, and here we have all the files that are created, and as you can see here, it's referencing the new created file. So yeah, as I said, it's a very useful tool, and you have to know how to use it. Now let me show you another very useful tool that I have created for this purpose, because it was difficult for me to working with standard tools inside of Inventor. So I have created a tool called Copy Assistant. It's a free one, and there are some other tools specially created for Autodesk Inventor that makes working with Inventor much easier and save a lot of time. Here we have our Copy Assistant tool. Just open it and you can read more about it. For now we will scroll down to the download section. There are 2 links. One is Dropbox, this is the latest version, and one is Autodesk Store. For now it's still the old version one, so we will go and download the Dropbox link because it is the latest version. Yeah, let's just download it. Yeah, regarding the Dropbox link, you don't have to sign in to download it. You just click on the link, and if Dropbox asked you to sign in, just download the file without signing. Installation is very easy. Just make sure that Inventor is closed, otherwise it won't work. Now let's start Inventor again. And the first thing we have to do is to make sure that the add-in is unlocked, because by default Inventor lock the add-ins. So we have to go add-in manager and make sure that our add-in is loaded and loaded automatically, and that's all. We are done. Let's open our assembly and check how the add-in looks like. Open this part. As you can see, you have at the top ribbon you have PM tab. This is the newly created tool. Well, the tool can be found in many ribbons or many documents. For example, in assembly you can find it here, in parts it's also there, and also in the start page. Now once you click on copy assistant, it's by default gets the information of the current document, but you can select another document too. For example, let's choose this sheet metal one and create a copy number 3, for example. You can choose to use the same path. This is the same path. You can copy a drawing. In this case, we don't have a drawing for this sheet metal, so it doesn't have any drawing. But we can try it with another part that has a drawing, and it updates the title automatically. Now, once you click copy, as you can see, one click, everything is done. It's much easier. Way much faster, and once you check the referencing document of the drawing, it's referencing the right model, so you don't have to take care about this too. The tool is doing that for you. So that's one. We can try it on other documents too. Now let's try to copy a file without that doesn't reference any drawings. So if you have the copy drawing checkbox selected, it will look for the drawing inside of this folder of the source file folder. So that means to use this tool, you need to have your drawing beside your model. Otherwise it won't work, because the tool, it checks only the drawing that has the same name as model. Now let's check how this looks like inside of an assembly. For example, once you click on it, it will get information of the main assembly, but there are some other functions. Some of them, for example, is select component, so you can select a component, and the other function is replace. By default, it will replace only one component, but you can check the checkbox replace all, and it will replace all the components. Also, you can copy the drawing of this component if possible. Once you click OK, it will do following. It will copy the files first of all, then replace the documents inside of assembly. So two steps in one click. Now if you select a component and click on the add-in, it checks if you are trying to replace this component. So you don't have to select a component and then choose it. You can select a component before clicking on the tool, and it will automatically understand what you are looking for. Now if you click copy, as said, it will copy the file and then replace it, and adjust the drawing for it too. Now let's test replace all function. So we have the same file here again. Once we select a component and click on copy assistant, and let's make it copy 6 and replace all. So we are replacing both of them. If you click delete source document, it will automatically check the replace all checkbox, because it doesn't make any sense that you delete the source document but it still have it in the assembly. It doesn't make any sense. So you will have to replace all of them. The next function that I want to show you is that if you have a component inside of your assembly that only has a drawing inside of the assembly drawing, for example here, let's just replace this component with, let's say, copy 10, and we click on replace all of them. So in this case we don't have a single drawing of it, but we have a drawing inside of our assembly drawing document. It will go and open the drawing document of the assembly and check if there's a referencing document. For example, here it updates the sheet metal 1 to copy 10 because it's and if you check the referencing document, it's referencing the right document too. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this tool will help you in making and copying files inside of Inventor. If you have any questions or any ideas of how to make tools better or make it easier, feel free to contact us. Thank you and have a nice day.